Hey guys, Christina Marie here, and today's video is a little bit different than my typical booktube content. I just wanted to talk about some things, especially with a season that's coming up that's going to be a lot of change for a lot of people. There's going to be a lot of uncertainty, a lot of indecision, a lot of doubt, a lot of, insecurity, and it's the time of graduation. Whether you're graduating from middle school going to high school going to college going to grad school, or college going just onward, you're not going to get a graduate degree. There's a lot of change happening. There's a lot of transition. And I keep thinking back to when I graduated from high school, when I graduated from college, when I graduated from my master's degree program. And there were so many emotions and so many feelings that came along with that. This is for everybody. This is really for everyone. But what inspired me to do this was just simply, it's graduation season and people need some love and some hope and some encouragement. So that's what I'm hoping this video will do for you. Now, I graduated from high school in 2005, and then I graduated from college in 2009. And I graduated from my master's program in 2010, I believe. So there's a lot happening in, that chunk of time. And I remember feeling very, very conflicted, especially because it was a time of the recession where they weren't hiring anyone to do the thing that I wanted to do, which was go into education. I wanted to do a nonprofit, and those kinds of things just weren't doing so well at the time. And so I ended up just kind of getting jobs that I needed to get by, which was fine. That gave me a lot of time to discover who I was. I learned that I loved reading more than anything. I learned that I love to write. I learned, that I'm not really set out to do certain things. I learned so much about myself, mainly about the artistic side of myself. So that's the first piece of advice I guess I can offer, is just respect the process. Allow the process to happen. Just let the things that are meant to happen. Don't go and try and change everything. I obviously couldn't change the fact that the recession was around. I couldn't do anything about it. So I just had to experience what was going on. I had to allow myself to experience the decline of the economy. Yes, but in that decline, I actually found out a lot about myself that, quite frankly, yes, I kind of knew, but I didn't know could bring me so much joy. Like, I didn't know reading could bring me so much joy. I didn't know I would become a blogger. I didn't know I would become a makeup artist. I didn't know all of these things. I didn't know that I would become a worship leader at my church. None of these things existed for me at the time that I graduated from college, because I wouldn't allow it. I had a goal in mind and I wanted to achieve that goal, but the economy wouldn't let me achieve that goal. So I have to go a different route. And it worked out for me. Like, I found out that I'm much more of a free spirit than I like to admit that I am. It drives my mom crazy because my mom is totally not that way. But it made me love myself that much more. Of course, when you're going through things like this, there are so many emotions that you're gonna go through. You're gonna feel like you're not good enough. You're gonna feel like that you didn't do something right. You're gonna feel like maybe you picked the wrong, field or direction. And I am here to say that it's simply not true. A lot of what we're feeling comes from feeling very insecure about ourselves, feeling very insecure about what's within. And I've been there. I can honestly say that it has taken me 29 years to get to the point where I am now. I am very confident. I am very self-aware. I'm very self-assured. I don't need anyone to tell me that I'm good at something. I don't need anyone to tell me that I'm beautiful. I don't need you to tell me that. I really don't. Why? Because I know it. I know I'm gorgeous. I know I'm beautiful. I know I'm lovely. I know all of these things. But just because I know all of these things doesn't mean that I've always known. There was a time where I was called all kinds of names. When I was younger, I was called Forrest because I wore glasses a lot. I was called Gap Tooth because, hello, here it is. But I love this about myself now. I love it. I don't ever want to get it fixed. I've had dentists tell me, this is a very unattractive feature. You need to get it fixed. And they are no longer my dentists. I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. But like I said, there wasn't always the time that I felt that way. I wasn't able to make those really confident choices and decisions because I didn't feel confident and I didn't feel like I was empowered enough to make those choices for myself. And I can't even tell you how wrong I was. In 2010, I made the decision to set out on my own, leave my hometown, left my mom and everything, and I just moved to the Midwest to start over and start my own journey. And while I'm not saying you need to do something that extreme, that's what it took for me to really, really come into my own and really, really know how valuable I am and what my worth is, and realizing that I don't need others to tell me how I am. I don't need others to tell me about myself. I know about myself. Through these 6 years of being on my own, I have learned so much about myself. I am still learning. I'm always going to continue learning about myself, but I guess that next piece of advice I can tell you is to know your worth. When you graduate from high school, when you graduate from college, know your worth. And what I mean by that is take time, take this summer even if you have an opportunity to go do something by yourself, to do something on your own, to try something on your own. You really get to know yourself when you are doing something on your own. You learn about what you don't like, what you do like. You think you know, and yes, you do know to an extent, but you have to learn how to know yourself on your own. Don't let anybody tell you who you are as a person. That's an opinion, and opinions can change, but what can never change is how you feel about yourself. What should never change is how you feel about yourself. I love me, you guys. I love myself. I think I am one of God's most beautiful creations, but I also think you are one of God's most beautiful creations, whether you believe in God or not. That's my belief. I believe that God doesn't create ugly. I really, really do. He creates different. He creates, you know, quirky, but he doesn't create ugly, not in my opinion. I think I'm gorgeous. I think I'm beautiful. I think you're gorgeous. I think you're beautiful. But it was a journey to get to this point. I was never 100% out the womb this confident. And so, yes, when you see me, you know, in videos, or when you see me in my snaps, or when you see my tweets, or when you see me in whatever, you know, media sense you see me, I'm very confident, and I'm going to always be confident. I'm not going to pretend that I'm not. I'm not going to, you know, when someone comes up to me and tells me I'm beautiful, I don't act coy about it. I don't act shy. It's not uncomfortable for me. I say, oh wow, thank you. You are too, and keep it moving. So I think the message of this, you know, that I want to present to you is to always just know your worth. And if you don't know your worth, learn your worth. And that comes by just allowing the process to happen, allowing whatever happens down the road to just happen. Don't try, you know, and seize yourself up and protect yourself from the opportunity. I'm not saying, hey, if someone's coming at you with a knife, oh, let it happen. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying take risks. Don't be afraid to take risks. If you see an opportunity that seems a little scary, but you see on the other side that it's going to be better for you, go that direction. Surround yourself with people that will support you and stand by you as you go through this difficult journey. Difficult journeys are difficult for a reason. They may, you know, you may not see the light at the end of the tunnel when you're going through it, but it is there. And I am definitely here to say that I've been through that, and I want to offer that. Bailey is on my foot. I want to offer that encouragement to you because it is so important. I just hear so many people say so many things about themselves that are so negative and just so discouraging, and it hurts my heart because everybody can bring something to the table. Everybody can. Now, there's a difference between feeling insecure and being just straight up lazy and not wanting to put in work. That's a different video. That's a different story. But what I'm saying is that at this time of year, a lot of changes are happening. A lot of things are just, you know, moving and going and moving and going. And some of these things you do not have control over. I totally understand that. But with that being said, trust the process. Allow the process to happen. Just wade through it. Of course, look for guidance, you know, Have those trusted people, a trusted counsel that you can go to as you're navigating these waters, definitely. But trust the process, trust the path that you've been placed on, but also know or learn how worthy you are. Learn your worth, learn your value. You are valuable, you are loved, you are meant to do something amazing. Whether it's, whether I'm gonna witness it or your family and friends are gonna witness it or the world is gonna witness it, you are meant to do something fantastic. And it's going to be great. You may not know what it is. I obviously don't know what it is because I may not know you personally, but I really do believe everyone is set on their own path and that their own path leads to something great. But in order for those things to happen, you have to trust the process and you have to know your worth. I just want you guys to go forth, be excited about the new journey, be excited about things that are happening and that are coming your way, regardless of what the world looks like it's going through, regardless of what the economy is going through, or what, politics is happening or whatnot, who's going to be our next president, whatever. Do you. Do you, live you, love you. We all need a little bit of that in this world right now. So that's my bit of advice. I hope this video was encouraging for you guys. It's just been resting on my heart for me to be that bit of encouragement, simply because I feel like someone fed into me, as I was growing up. And my mom was a huge influence into how I feel about myself, huge. But so were other people. I have so many friends that I'm surrounded by that will be honest with me, that are open and honest with me. Tell me when I'm being freaking stupid. Tell me when I'm on the right track, or maybe when I need to come up with another plan. And those friends are valuable and they've helped me learn who I am, just as being alone has helped me learn who I am. I really feel that anyone can, learn from this type of message. I feel like a lot of us need to be more encouraging of one another. Now, I am a very straightforward person. I'm an honest person. I will always tell you when you and me don't click. I will always tell you, hey, something isn't sitting right with me. Let's talk about it. Or, hey, what you did was wrong and you know it. And I expect that from, people who I call my friends. I feel like a lot of people who have this type of platform can use it to be more encouraging and more vocal and more just vulnerable to others, because that is, I think, a problem right now. We all feel like we need to put up these walls. We all feel like we need to put up these boundaries, these borders. And while I do love my privacy, I have no problem sharing my story about what I've gone through to get to where I am now. You guys know about my layoff. I got laid off 2 years ago and it was one of the worst experiences of my life. And you guys know about my journey out here. You know about, a lot of things. I don't know if you guys follow my blog, you know about my sexual assault. You know about all of these different things that have happened to me. I'm very open about it because these are stories that can really, really help and encourage and change lives. And so I hope that this video is just the start of something like that. I want to do more things like this, but only when I feel nudged to do so. I don't want it to come across forced. I don't want it to come across inauthentic. That's not what I'm about. So hopefully this video helped. Again, I'm seriously gonna go this time. I feel like I've said that like 3 or 4 times, but thanks so much for watching, you guys. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys have any words of encouragement for anyone who might be watching this video, let's, talk in the comments, definitely. I feel like my comment section has been getting really, really good lately. I've been having really good feedback, conversations with various people, and it's been so useful. And so I feel like if we can continue the conversation of just encouragement and hope down below, that would be great. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel for more videos from this girl, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.